Flosstubers, welcome to my channel Stitch Crafts with George, with me George obviously. I just want to firstly apologise for not doing a video last week. Mainly it's because I had a gastroscopy, which I'll explain in a minute, last Sunday, and I just didn't get a chance to do my video any other day, so I'm really sorry about that. But on the plus side, I have lots of things to talk about this week now, so that's really good. And I just want to say a big welcome to anybody who is new to me and this is your first time watching my channel. I hope you like what you see and you might stick around. Thank you all to those of you who have subscribed and you send me little messages and like my videos. I really appreciate your support, so thank you ever so much. Yeah, so just to explain about what happened last week. I did explain in my last video that last Sunday I was going for a gastroscopy, which is just a camera down the throat. And I was going to try and film my video on the Saturday, so the day before, but I didn't get the chance. And then I had the procedure on Sunday morning, which was lovely. Not. I was going to have sedation, which I told you in my last video. I was adamant I was, and then to be honest, I think cross stitch actually played a bit of a part in me changing my mind, because although I was absolutely terrified, which I know is ridiculous, but I kind of thought, do you know what, I don't really want to waste my entire Sunday just like led on the sofa feeling rubbish. I thought I actually want to be with it and I want to be able to do my cross stitch. So my dad took me, bless him, and when I got there I said to them, no, I've changed my mind, I don't want sedation anymore, I'm just going to have the spray which numbs your throat and everything. And they said, oh okay, great, that's really good because then you can control your breathing. Yeah, I did act like a really big baby and cried, and they probably thought I was ridiculous, but what can I say? I'm only a human being, aren't I, at the end of the day? But anyway, it's all done and everything was fine. They just picked up that I've got a mild irritation in my stomach or something like that. So I've got 6 weeks worth of tablets to take to hopefully sort that out. So it was all good, really. Yeah, so it was worth the, I think it was only like 3 minutes or something like that. I just felt like forever. But anyway, never mind. There's a million times worse things you can have done than that. So I should count my lucky stars, really. You'll notice that I'm actually not in my bedroom, I'm in Zoe's bedroom. So I apologise for all the little faces behind me. There's quite a few little cute ones and things, but basically my bedroom, I've only got one bulb in there at the moment, and it's really annoying because the light is so bad. So it's that kind of time of day. It's about 3 o'clock, I think. Didn't actually look. It's about 3 PM and it's that time of day where it's just starting to think about getting dark. And it's kind of like you need the lights on, but in my room, because I've only got one bulb in there, it's really dark. So I realised that Zoe's lights are really bright, so she's let me borrow her room basically. So, but I do apologise for the background. It's a little bit crazy, but it's cute as well, I think. So yeah. What have I been up to? So other than that last weekend, oh, I've been to another music concert. If you remember last time I said I'd been to see Marillion. This time I went with my dad again and we went to see Steve Hackett. Steve Hackett used to be a guitarist with Genesis years ago. I don't know if any of you know him, but oh, he's amazing. It was so good. It was a really good concert. Usually, you know, when you go and see somebody, you have a support act first, and then you have the actual band or whoever themselves, the artist. But this time there wasn't a support act, so it was purely 3 hours of Steve Hackett and all of his band, and it was just amazing. It was really good. It's just a shame about our seats, really, because where we were sat to the side of the stage, they had like a big thing with the guitars on, and it completely blocked out the drummer, and he did a massive solo. So it's a bit of a shame that we couldn't see him. Obviously you could hear it, which was awesome, but yeah, anyway, so that was really good. So that was Wednesday night. It was a bit crazy, really, because it was a 2-hour drive each way. My dad drove, bless him, because I don't like driving in the dark very much. and we got there, well, the concert started at 7 p.m. It was obviously a work day, and then we got home about 1 a.m. and then I had to be up at 5:30 because Zoe had a school trip. Zoe's my daughter, for those of you who knew. She had a school trip. She was going to London, and she went to see Tutankhamun's real treasure, because it's being displayed there at the moment in one of the museums. I think it's the Saatchi Museum. She also went to the British Museum as well to see the Egyptian stuff that's there, because that's what she's doing at school at the moment. So yeah, it was all a bit crazy, but we did manage to get her there for 6:15 in the morning, which was, I'm amazed she got out of bed, let alone me, to be honest with you. But yeah, she had a really good day, so that was good. She also had another school trip since my last video. They went to, we've got like a pavilion down on the seafront, and I don't know if you've heard of the author Michael Rosen, but he was down there basically reading some of his poetry. And Zoe's class and the other class in her year went down to see that. So she really enjoyed that, got a book as well of his, so that's really good. The other thing that's happened is my nephew turned 13, which was a pretty big thing. And as you know, probably from my previous videos, I make cakes. And he chose this time a bum cake. So that was interesting. So basically I did like a lady's bum with a thong on it. That's what he wanted. And I must say it was really interesting making that. Especially trying to do a groove down the middle, it just felt so wrong. But obviously it was all good fun. So he liked that. And yesterday, another cake I had picked up that I've been making this week, which is a 3-tier princess cake. Disney princess cake for my friend's little girl. She's, I can't remember if she's turning 6, I think, 5 or 6. And she really wanted a big cake because she was having a massive party. I think there's about 50 children going along to this party. So they wanted a big old cake. Yeah, they've gone for a 3-tiered Disney princess cake. Oh, it's so cute. It had like a rose on the top, some pictures of the princesses and flowers and bows and swags. There was a lot on it. It was basically like making a wedding cake, to be honest. I really had fun making it. And I think she likes it. The party's today, so I'm sure she's only just seen it. So I'm sure my friend will tell me all about it. So yeah, bless her. Right. So I think that's enough of me babbling on about myself for now. I'm going to show you what I've been up to. Now, I'm very excited. I have an FFO. Yes, I do. Can you guess which one it's going to be? It's my parrot. I finally got around to framing him. I'm so happy with it. I don't think the light's glaring too bad, is it, on there? You can make him out okay. I went for this white frame because a lot of my stuff is in a white frame. I just prefer it to dark frames, and I want it to be sort of in keeping with all the rest of the stuff that I've got, really. So yeah, I'm really happy with him, seeing as I did him myself, and it's got a mount in there as well, and I haven't stretched it out or anything like you're meant to. I did give it a good old iron though. So yeah, but I'm really happy with him. So he's now hanging up in my lounge downstairs. So yeah, really happy with that one. I've also managed to finish 3 things, but I can't show you, which is really annoying. I will be able to show you in a few weeks' time. But remember I said that me and my friends were making each other handmade gifts? Well, I actually got my butt into gear and did those last week. I was going to try and do one a week, but I just really got into it and just cracked on and got them done. So that's 3 things that I've done, that I've finished, completely finished off, but I can't show you yet. But yeah, so I have been busy doing those as well. The other thing, oh, this is so annoying, this is, right? Oh, I wonder if this has happened to any of you. But so I'm doing my Deck the Halls stitch along, the Caterpillar cross stitch along, and it was the final part that came out a week ago yesterday, and I was all up together and ready to go, and I literally have finished it, apart from a tiny bit where I run out of that colour thread. It's so annoying. I'll show you. So this is the stitch along. I love it. Brilliant. If you remember, I'd done all of it down to here and I didn't know what this part was going to be. Well, he's a gingerbread man, obviously. And the reason I think that that is because, if you remember, so that's the needle minder, and it obviously matches. I call him Gingy. Yeah, so that was really good. I didn't even twig that that was probably going to be what the last one was. So yeah, I've literally just got the top of this letter to do and it'd be finished. I was so annoyed, but I just couldn't drag the thread out any longer. So I have ordered one off eBay because I wasn't going to get the chance to go to my local craft store. I mean, I have popped to town this morning with Zoe, but they don't open on a Sunday. I think it said it's coming Wednesday to Thursday. So hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, I'll be able to finish it off. But it's so annoying because I thought I'd be able to finish it and then order the frame and get that ready. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed about that, but hey, what can you do? But I'm really happy that I've only got like, I've probably 20 stitches to do with that, and then it's all done. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that finish next week. The other thing that I have, whoops, excuse me. Oh dear, got dropsies today. The other thing that I've really come on with actually is my Stitchspiration cross stitch. It's Merry and Bright, and it was on the pre-printed fabric. Now stupidly I've actually left the picture of the design downstairs, but it's probably only got about 50 stitches and it's done, so you can pretty much tell what it is anyway. So it's Merry and Bright, and this green was pre-printed on the fabric, and all I've done is stitch the words on top. So as you can see, I've only got to finish the letter M and it's all done. So I'm really happy. And I thought I'd probably get a bit bored stitching with one colour, but I really haven't. And I've really enjoyed the satisfaction of being able to stitch something fairly quickly, because I'm not faffing around changing colours every 5 minutes, which, don't get me wrong, I do like doing, but sometimes it's nice to just have something you can get a clear run on and just do. Now there's various ways you could display it afterwards, but what I'm going to do is I've got a wooden hoop and I've ordered, well, I've got, actually it's arrived but I don't have it here, it's just acrylic paint and it's red, like a Christmas red. I'm going to paint the hoop red and then go over the top of it with it's like a Mod Podge sort of thing for decoupage, but it's glittery to seal the paint in. And then on top I've ordered these red bows, so I'm going to put one of these on top and then hopefully it will look kind of like a wreath. And I'm not sure, I might put some red ribbon on the top, I'm not sure, or I might just hang it through the actual bit, you know, at the top of the hoop. I don't know yet, but yeah, because I thought that'd look really festive with a red hoop and a red bow, because it's like a wreath shape anyway, and that is obviously what it's intended to look like. I thought that would look really nice. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that next weekend, all being well. I've got the hoop out, I'm going to give it a lick of coat in a minute before I get on with dinner. I suppose it might take a couple of coats. Yeah, so that's really exciting. Woo! I think that's it for my actual stitching to show you. As I say, I haven't only done that, but I've done these other 3 things as well, which I can't show you yet, but in a couple of weeks I'll be able to show you what they are. So yeah, really happy about that. I do have some haul to show you. It's lovely haul. It's really exciting. So, you know my love for the Geeky Stitching Company and Jess and her lovely designs. Well, she's brought out a load more Christmas designs, and I bought 2 of them. I could have bought them all, but it's always the way, isn't it? I said to Jess, you might as well just take all my money because I just love everything. I have ordered another one as well that she's just brought out. And hopefully that will be here soon. I can't wait to show you that one. It is awesome. It is like a real Christmas scene in like an oval hoop. Oh, can't wait for it to come. I'll show you that hopefully next week if she's shipping it this week. Anyway, so this is the first one called 'Tis the Season. Love this one. So cute because it's like a wreath shape and it's got like the reindeer and like a little robin, North Pole snowman presents, snowflakes, bit of everything on there. And this is the colour fabric. How awesome is that? Because I love stitching on coloured fabric. It's going to look so festive, and it's got white pom-pom trim to go around the edge afterwards. Obviously got all the threads here as well, so love that one. I think I'm probably going to stitch that one next. I think. It is super cute. And the other one that I got from Jess is this one. Oh, it's got folded up. Hang on a minute. It's this gorgeous robin design. I love him. He's so cute. I don't know why it's a him. I always think things are hims instead of hers. But anyway, this is my little robin. And he is going to be stitched on this nice grey fabric. I think it's going to really make the colours pop on there. So that's really nice. And on that one, you get red pom-pom trim. And also this gorgeous little holly sticker to go on it. Isn't that lush? These little shiny sequin berries. And obviously the colours. So yeah, I'm really excited to do that one. It's going to look so cute. Well, I'm excited to do all of them. You know what it's like, don't you? You just wish you could do all of them, don't you, at the same time. So yeah, that's my geeky stitching cross stitches. Like I say, I've ordered another one, which should hopefully come, well, this week, I hope. This coming week, but we'll see. Poor Jess, she's absolutely snowed under. She's really, you know, she's selling so many of these Christmas stitch, cross stitch kits. I follow her on Instagram, and you should see the bags of post she has going out every day. It's crazy, but it'll be lovely. Good for her for being so busy. I love everything she does, so I will always be buying off her. The sub box knits month, I can't remember what it was now. I'm pretty sure it was the Christmassy one again. So, you know, I'm probably going to be buying that one, don't you? But we shall see. Yes, now, I discovered this company called Little Dove Designs. And I follow her on Etsy, on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop. And for ages, I keep going on her Etsy shop and just looking at all of her designs and going, oh, I want that one. Oh, I love that one. There's two in particular I had my eye on. But obviously, I've been trying not to spend any money on myself, to be honest, because it's coming up to Christmas and everything. And I do have quite a few things to stitch already, but there was a sale and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get them. So I took advantage of the sale. Sorry, if I keep staring over there, it's because there's a fish tank. Because Zoe has a fish tank in her room. And the fish keep sort of like, I was going to say wandering around. They're swimming around, obviously. And they keep catching my eye and I keep looking at them. Very relaxing fish, aren't they? Anyway, so she's obviously very aware of packaging being sort of like environmentally friendly and everything, because this is the first one and it's come in this little cardboard folder instead of all the usual sort of plastic packaging. I think I'm going to have to start this one as well next. It's Home for Christmas. I love it. You just know the whole time I'm stitching this, I'm going to be going, driving home for Christmas. And probably my husband Jez is going to be throwing cushions at me across the room. All I've been doing this week is singing Christmas songs, and he is getting so annoyed with me. It's not even December yet. I'm like, I'm sorry, but as soon as November comes, it's Christmas to me. So, you know, yeah, so I think this is so cute. I love that little house and everything. I love snowflakes. And this is obviously like a sampler. I've never really done this style before, to be honest with you. But I've been looking at them for ages. I just think it's gorgeous. And this is the fabric. It's this sort of colour. Like a, I don't know what you call it actually. It's like a very light brown sort of colour. Taupe, is that the right colour? But I love it. I just think it's going to be gorgeous on this fabric. I have got it in Ada. It's actually annoying me a bit at the minute, this is right, because I am an Ada stitcher. I'm not sort of like ruling out that I will never stitch on even weave or anything like that, but I'm happy stitching on Ada. And I post on a few Facebook groups and things like that, sometimes my finished projects and stuff like that, and the snobbery with some people about stitching on Ada really bugs me, because they're like, oh, I used to stitch on 14 count Ada when I first started. Actually, I've been stitching over 20 years. It's just that I like stitching on Ada, and what's wrong with that? I want to know what's wrong with it. You know, I don't think that my work looks untidy or horrible or simplistic like my parrot. I don't think that you'd look at that and go, oh, that's been stitched on 14 count Ada, that's rubbish. You just wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't notice. You know, I'm not trying to upset anyone, and if you like stitching on even weave and things like that, that's brilliant, you know, fair play to you. I just think it's what you prefer yourself. Why should it be any different, like what you're stitching on? Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I just had to say that because it's really annoying me. Because I personally don't watch Flosstube videos just because they stitch on a particular type of fabric. I like seeing everything, and I think it's all amazing. I just, I find it really annoying. I think it's quite rude, actually. Oh, I used to do that when I first started. Well, actually, I'm not a starter. Wait, there's nothing wrong with being a starter. We all start somewhere, but yeah, I just had to get it off my chest. Yeah, so this is the other one that I got, which I'm going to start this one in January, I think. Little Dove's Year. So it's basically got a little square for each month of the year, which I think is adorable. I don't know which one's my favourite month, actually. My birthday's in September, and it has got a squirrel on a little tree, which is quite cute. But I love all of them, yeah. The fabric for that one is a similar colour, actually, if not the same. So it's quite big. It's quite a big one. I am going to stitch them all together like that on one big picture. I know it's shown them as separate little charts, because I guess you could, if you wanted to, stitch them all separately, couldn't you, and make little ornaments or something. But I'm going to stitch it as one big picture because I love it. Then I can have it on the wall all year round and enjoy it. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying Little Dove Designs. I'll pop their name below for you. Yeah, go and check them out if you like that kind of thing, because honestly, she's got some gorgeous designs on there. I'd like to buy them all. But yeah, need to win that lottery. What else have I got here? So I'm just checking my little list so that I don't miss anything. Yeah, you know, I said I wanted to get some more project bags. Well, I have bought one more, actually. And if you remember, I said I'm going to stitch another one of those parrots for my uncle because he really likes it. I managed to get this project bag. I love it. And I thought I can use this for, firstly, when I do my parrot, because that just matches. I'm very much a matchy person. I like things to match. Don't know why. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to using that one. And I got that from the same place that I did buy the other two the other week. So I'll pop their name below for you. I can't remember who they are now. No, I've got a really bad memory sometimes. Apologise. Now I have got another kind of project bag here. It's not made to be a project bag or anything like that. But I don't know if any of you follow Mrs. Hinch. Any of you Hinchers? Because I love Mrs. Hinch. She's blooming awesome. She has done so much for women, I think. It's not even really about the fact that she's cleaning all the time, hinching. I just love her as a person, and I think she's so kind and sweet and nice and down to earth, and she is just so, what is it, normal. She is doing so much for people. She's really positive. She posts really positive things, and I think she's amazing. And she has a little boy, little baby boy, and she's been posting the other day on Instagram about these little bags that she got, and then designed for putting like nappies in, or like swimwear when you've been swimming with your little one. And they're off eBay, and they're only, well, less than £4 actually I paid for this one. And I thought, I'm going to give that a go because to me they look like they could be a little project bag, even though it's intended for kids. But look, so it's got a little zipper here, and I tried and I could fit in a 8-inch Q-snap or hoop easy in here with the threads and stuff. I think it's really good, and it's that kind of synthetic-y material. It's quite floppy. It's not quite like the other project bags are quite stiff. This is quite floppy, but I don't think that matters once you've got all your stuff in there. And I thought, wow, there's a way I can get a load of project bags really cheaply. It just does the job. So yeah, I went for this design. It's got like cakes and cups of tea, and what's that upside down? Cakes and cups of tea and stuff like that, because that's my sort of thing. But they had a lot of obviously babyish sort of designs, which I wouldn't go for. But they did have a lot of fairly neutral ones, and like stripes and spots and things like this. So I think I'm going to get a couple more of those because they're just really handy. In fact, you could use them for anything, to be honest. If you're a crocheter or a knitter or anything like that. Yeah, any sort of projects you've got on the go, you could keep in there. It's a really nice size. So in fact, if I show you, it's not that much difference in size to the one that I bought. Look. So it's the same, pretty much the same length. It's just the width, it's a little bit shorter. So it's perfect. So I can't remember where I got them, but if you go on to eBay and search children's, I think I put in children's nappy bags, something like that. I'll try and have a look before I post this video, and I'll pop a description below for you. I'm not going to, well, I suppose I could link the person that I got it from, but there are loads, like literally loads of them, and you probably want to look at all the different ones so that you can see everybody's different fabrics, because there's so many different ones and each person's got different fabrics. So I'll just post what you need to put in to search for them, and then you can have a little look. So yeah, exciting. Right, this is a little something that I bought, which is not cross stitch related, but it's just so adorable. Look at this little nutcracker tin. How cute is that? Now this was 89p from my local Home Bargains. I just thought it's so adorable, and it's just like the perfect size to put, like, I don't know, your little needles or needle minders, things like that in there. Any little bits that you want to store, my scissors, things like that at Christmas. I've got a thing about tins. I really love tins, especially Christmas tins. So he actually came with chocolate coins inside him, which Zoe ate. I just had to have him for 89p. I mean, I don't know how they make it for that, but I was very happy to buy it. So yeah, just wanted to show you because it's so cute. Lastly, I've got 2 new cross stitch magazines here. The first one is the most recent Cross Stitch Crazy issue 263. So it's a January one, I think. But I saw it in the shop and I thought I have to have that. A few things in there that I like this time. These Highland cows. How cute are they? Love them. I love Highland cows because I've got that Bovie Threads kit, the Daisy Coo, to stitch as well. Oh, I love them. They're so pretty. And the other thing in there, which I thought would be actually quite good for Zoe, is Doreen Jones, I think. Yeah, Doreen Jones has designed these 4 animal cross stitches that you can put in hoops, because they're quite good for children, because they're in quite big blocks of colour, as you can see. So they're sort of like intended for starting cross stitch. So she'd definitely like this cat and dog one anyway. So yeah, I think they're really good. So that's really the ones that I liked particularly in there. But you might, if you like fairies, then you'll like the main design I'll show you. It's not my cup of tea personally, but there's this really cute fairy in there. Yeah, so I'm not sure who designed that one, but this is the main feature in there this time. If you like fairies, then you'll love this one, I'm sure. Like I say, it's not really my sort of thing to stitch, in all honesty. There is some other nice things in there. Just the ones that I've shown you, the ones that I can see myself stitching. If you're a Take That fan, they've got a cross stitch of Howard Donald. So yeah, my cousin's daughter would like that because she's a massive Take That fan. Hi Faye, if you're watching. And the other magazine, well, I had a right old job trying to get this magazine. I can tell you, it's a cross stitcher magazine. I looked everywhere, WH Smith's, my local newsagents, and then I sort of thought I'm not going to be able to buy it. So I'm really gutted because I knew there was a couple of designs in there that I would really like. So I said to my sister, are you going to Asda? Can you check? I thought, I doubt they'll have it in there. They did. So I was like, yes. So thank you, Sam, for picking that up for me. This is the cover. As you can see why that I wanted it now, can't you? With all these gorgeous cross stitches on there. It's got some brilliant ones in there this time, I can tell you. This one, which is on the cover. Look at that. How adorable is that? I don't think anybody could look at that and say it's not adorable. I mean, how gorgeous would it be to sit and stitch that up, like in the festive period? It's gorgeous. I definitely want to stitch that. I don't think I'll be able to this time, but I'm definitely next year. It's high on my list. The main reason that I wanted this actually was for this particular pattern I'm going to show you. It's the winter design. I love it. Look at all the little things. Oh, so it's kind of Christmassy. Well, it is very Christmassy. The little carol singers and the pies and gingerbread men. Oh, I love it. So yeah, I really like that one. I would really love to stitch that one up. So that's another one high on my list. That was my main reason for wanting this magazine actually, was for that particular pattern. The other one, which I think is real lovely, is the 12 Days of Christmas design. So, you know the song, on the first day of Christmas my true love sent to me. I won't sing the rest because, you know, I don't want to hurt your eardrums. But yeah, that one. So I really like that one. That is part 2. So there's obviously a part 1. So I'd have to buy the previous magazine. But I do really like that one. And this one, I think, is right up my street. It's mainly because of the colours. I really love the colours in this one. And I like the sort of like finishing in hoop design, as you probably know from all of them, my previous ones I've shown you. Yeah, I really love all the beautiful colours in this one. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, I guess if I was stitching it next year I could just change it to 2020. Well, you could do any year, couldn't you? So yeah, love it. So I was very happy to get that one. Yeah, so thank you to my sister for picking that up for me. It's crazy how you can think, oh well, WH Smith's would have it because they have hundreds of magazines in there and they don't seem to stock that one in there. Well, whenever I go in there they haven't got it in there unless I'm just too slow and they sell out. But yeah, so that's really exciting. So that's about it, I think, for my haul. Just checking my little list. Yeah, so definitely go and check out those little project bags that aren't project bags. Because I think they're really helpful, to be honest with you. I'm going to get a few more of those. I wonder if they've got any Christmassy ones, actually. That would be really nice. Yeah, so thinking about Christmas, do any of you cross-stitch for other times of the year? For example, I'm thinking about doing some Easter stitching next year. I haven't actually ever done proper Easter stitching. I did do a geeky stitching kit last year, or was it this year? This year, that had bunnies in it, but it wasn't specifically an Easter design. But I have seen some really nice ones, so I'm thinking I might do that. In February I am doing a stitch along, so I'm not going to do an actual Valentine's Day one, but Carla from Carla Being Crafty, she's doing a bee kind of stitch along. It doesn't have to be the one it doesn't have to be the one that she's doing. It can be any design with featuring a bee in it. So I'm going to do that one with her. And then yeah, obviously I always do Halloween stitching. And in the summer I do like doing sort of more bright, cheerful, summery designs too. I very much like that. Are you the kind of person, I wonder, that can stitch Christmas stitching all year round? I'm not. Once it gets past Christmas, like I'm quite happy to sit and finish something off for a few weeks after Christmas, but I'm not one that would stitch Christmas stuff all year round because it just feels weird to me. I don't know why though, because it's just stitching, isn't it? But I just like, I don't know, I like it to be in keeping with the time of year. So there's a really nice winter one that I've seen. Obviously that one that I just showed you from Little Dove Designs, which is the year round one. I'm going to do that one. But there's like a few wintry ones that I like that aren't Christmas themed, but they're sort of wintry. So I'll probably do those after Christmas, to be honest. And then once spring starts, I'll probably do my Easter ones. So yeah, I'm trying to sort of like have a few plans for next year, but not put any pressure on, because I've seen a lot of floss tubers have talked about, they've got calendars and diaries and things and journals that they're mapping out what they've got, what then they're going to do, which is quite cool because it is nice to have a kind of loose plan, I think. But some people are really going to town on it, and I just don't really want to be that sort of like fixed with it. I like to be more fluid, and I like to, you know, do what I fancy. I don't really want to think, oh well, I can't touch that because I'm not doing that until September or whatever. I don't really want to be like that, so I'm going to be quite sort of, like I say, fluid with it and just go with the flow and do whatever I like at the time. So yeah, so that's it about, you know, as far as plans go for me. But yeah, anyway, I'm babbling now, which I do a lot. Thank you so much for watching my video, and again, I'm so sorry I didn't do one last week, but hopefully next week I'll have a couple of finishes to show you, maybe an FFO, you never know, and a couple of new starts, I'm sure, because I'm excited actually, because it's really nice, isn't it, when you come to the end of some projects and you think, oh, I can start some new ones. So yeah, I'll have a couple of new starts to show you as well, I'm sure. So I shall look forward to seeing you next weekend. Have a wonderful week, and I hope you get lots of stitching in, and just generally have a fab time. Thank you. See you next weekend. Bye.